Hey, boys and girls. I'm so excited to be with you today. I'm Pastor Darren, and can I tell you that you have been on my mind this week and that I've prayed for you? I've also thought about some other things, about light and about darkness. Are you afraid of the dark? Did you know that I was afraid of the dark when I was your age? But before we get into talking about that, I want to share a special message with you. And you probably remember it from last week. Are you ready? I want you to know that you are known and that you are loved today. That's right, that you are known and loved. The Bible tells us that God knows every single one of us. He knows how many hairs are on the top of your head, or in my case, how many hairs used to be there. And not only does God know you, but He loves you. In Jesus Christ, there is nothing that you can do today to make God love you any less or any more than He does right now. His love is made perfect just for you, and that never changes. Jesus has a never stopping, never giving up, always and forever love for you and for me. And that's a really good feeling, isn't it? To be known by God and to be loved by Jesus. All right, boys and girls, are you ready to fast and feast on God's Word today? I am. But what are we going to fast from? Remember, fasting is giving up something for a little while and focusing on God through prayer and reading the Bible. So let's take a moment and think about what we can give up so that we can spend more time with God. Pray and ask God what you should stop doing to focus on Him. You know, I had a hard time last week not using my phone, the apps on my phone. And so I'm going to try something different this week. I'm going to try giving up coffee. Please pray for me. But I'm sure giving up coffee for a day and spending time with God is way more important than drinking coffee. Okay, so I asked you this question earlier. Are you afraid of the dark? And I mentioned that I was at your age. And I think it's helpful to know that you're not alone here. That there are so many reasons why people are afraid of the dark. Think about it. Darkness impairs our vision, and we become afraid of things that we cannot see or understand. I remember as a kid, my mom and dad telling me that when I was afraid, I could just go to the light in my room and turn it on. And you know what happened? When I did that, all the darkness just seemed to run away when the light hit it. Isn't that cool? And I want to share a Bible verse with you that has been super helpful for me and for my kids, as I've had to repeat this to them at bedtime in the past. And it comes from Psalm 56:3. And King David said, "When I am afraid, I will trust in you." We can trust in God to protect us. Listen, darkness always runs away from light because it cannot be in the same place at the same time. All right, fast forward to the New Testament. In the Gospel of John, he says that light shines in the darkness. He is saying that Jesus Christ is the light of the world and has entered into the darkness of evil, of unbelief, of lostness, and even death. And that this darkness does not overcome Jesus. Isn't that incredible? Jesus says, "I have come as light into the world so that everyone who believes in me would not remain in darkness." When we believe in Jesus, we are not only leaving the darkness and entering into light, we are actually joining the family of light as adopted children, sons and daughters of the light. Jesus is the light of the world and triumphs over darkness. And as members of his family, we can celebrate with him in victory over this darkness. We also read in the Gospel of John that in him, Jesus was life. And that life was the light of men. Well, what is life? You know, when we think about life, we usually think about humans, plants, animals, and that's kind of what comes to mind, growth and reproduction. Darkness cannot overcome life because life is living, has energy, purpose, growth, and reproduction. Through Jesus, you are a child of light and life. Having faith and trust in Jesus gives you purpose, energy, growth, and the mission to tell others about him. So kids, with your parents' permission, go and be the light of Jesus to the dark places around you. I am so grateful that you have spent time with me today. And you know we'll be back again next week together, fasting, praying, and feasting on God's Word. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you know who needs to see it. I'll see you back next week.